Hey, I'm Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Today we're going to be working through my bathroom, doing a little bit of decluttering, some rearranging and reorganizing, and going through all of the different bathroom products that I have and trying to understand exactly what I need to work through in my collection. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's jump into it.
Just wanna let you know, ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow. Just wanna let you know.
First thing is to take everything out, and I'm not actually going to take everything out all at once. I'm going to do it by category a little bit here so I don't get overwhelmed by all of the products on the floor because I do have a lot in my bathroom. I want to start focusing on the top drawer on my countertop where I keep my daily use products. So a couple of skincare items, but mostly just the basics that I need for doing a full face of makeup, and a couple of hair ties as well. So pulling those down, I'm also going to pull down other hair ties that I have and other makeup so I can go through it all together. For my regular hair ties, I'm just going to make sure none of them are broken, pull off any hair that's stuck to them, which is really gross. I needed the trash can for that. And then I also like to use a little hair clip when I have my hair in a ponytail to get some of those flyaways in the back. And I went through those just checking again that they're not broken like this one was, where the plastic separated from the metal. And there was one other I didn't like the color of, so I got rid of that. Pulled out a few from my backstock container, and then I also have some silk hair ties in there that I use all the time, so those I'm going to leave and put back in the drawer.
Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow.
The only other hair accessories I have are in this cosmetic bag. I'm putting my headbands right back in there. I only have a few of them. My large silk scrunchies, as well as a few more. I use those large ones to wear to bed. And then all of the other hair ties are kind of the old style of non-damaging hair ties that I do not use. I never use them, so I'm going to get rid of all of those.
Baby, I miss you every day. You are the one who got away. Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know.
Then this container is a little bit of a miscellaneous in my everyday drawer, but I noticed that my mascara was pretty dry when I put it on this morning, so I'm going to go to the back stock, grab a replacement, and put the new one in there. And that was my last backup mascara. I also have two eyeliners. One is running pretty low, and I was able to get rid of a cream shadow that was a pink color that I just was not using.
Ready to spend some time with you. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to grow.
Then in the square container, I have a beauty blender that I have in a prep bowl that I got for my kitchen, but I like using it in the bathroom so it doesn't get everything dirty. I have a finishing powder as well as two foundations and a concealer. This foundation really isn't the right color for me, and as you can tell, it is completely broken. I can't really get any product out of it, so I'm going to get rid of that, keep the other foundation and the concealer.
2 steps backwards, yeah.
This long container has everything else I need for my daily makeup: my eyeshadow palette, a highlighter palette, blush, a face powder, and some bronzer. Finally, the last container, I had a perfume that I didn't like the smell of, so I got rid of it. Another perfume sample that I want to work through, as well as some mini items, including a face serum, a moisturizer, sunscreen, eye cream, facial primer, and a couple of other travel minis. In the smallest square, I have a brow gel, and then this eyeliner sharpener had a little plastic piece sitting next to it. I couldn't figure out if I needed it or not, or what the heck it did, and just decided to get rid of it because it didn't seem to be an integral piece of the sharpener.
Summer's over, still getting nowhere, yeah. If winter blows here, baby, I fear we gon' disappear. Do you even want me? Do you even worry that I'm gonna love somebody else? Do you think about me when you're feeling lonely by
We finished up my hair accessories, but now I'm going to go through my hair tools. Once I have that drawer out, I can do a quick wipe under the countertop. And I found that I have a curling iron that I actually bought pretty recently and completely forgot about. So even if you aren't decluttering a ton, going through your items like this really does help remind you of what you actually own. We all need that reminder every now and then, and the reminder to go through items and use what we've got.
One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Time's about run out to use those big words, yeah.
I wiped off my straightener to clean it a little bit, and then this pink curling iron is actually the one that I wanted to replace when I bought the new one because it is damaged and really needs to go. Then I have a travel bag for hot tools. I like using this when I am in a hotel and finish doing my hair. I need to pack up quickly. I can stick it in there and it won't melt everything else in my suitcase. For brushes, I have quite a few of them, but I am going to keep most of them. I'm going to keep this round brush for blow drying. I have a wide tooth comb. This mini one I don't need, so I'm going to declutter that. I have one wet brush and two regular brushes. The wet brush and the two regular brushes collect a lot of hair, and I need to be better about cleaning them out, so I'm doing that quickly as well. The last tool is a blow dryer, and I probably blow dry my hair once, maybe twice a year. So I'm going to pull that out of my collection, put it in the guest room for guests to use if they want. And if I ever need it, I can just go to the guest room and grab it. That just seems to make a lot more sense to me. Now we have my hair products. I had a mini size and a regular size of this leave-in conditioner. So I'm actually going to first use up the mini size because I don't take it with me when I travel, and then put the larger one in back stock so I can just get rid of something. And I'm going to do that with the rest of my products. Use the mini ones first just to keep moving stuff out, and put the rest in back stock and make sure I have one of each type of product I use. So I have a leave-in conditioner, a hair oil, some hairspray, and a heat protectant. And then I had a curling spray that I also don't use, so that goes in the declutter pile. The lip products just need a little bit of rearranging. I went through and decluttered these when we moved into the house a few months back and was able to toss all of my liquid lipsticks and really drying lip products. I have dry lips as it is, so those don't look good on me. I don't like the feeling of them, and I just left myself with all of the creamy products that help hydrate my lips as well as provide a little bit of color. On to nail products and the drawer that I had labeled face. I wasn't happy with the way that either of these organizers were working, so my thought was to switch them around and move my nail products to the organizer where I had my face items and vice versa. In the new nail organizer, I started by putting all of my top coats, base coats, cuticle oils, and prep items and finishing items for polishing my nails. And then some of the smaller little containers there, I put nail tools as well as some small packets of nail polish remover that I use for travel. The long, thin divider in the middle back there is perfect for nail files and other long tools. And then in the front, I'm going to put all of my nail colors. And I have two different main types of nail colors. I have a few different brands. I like OPI and Essie, but I also have a different brand, actually two different brands for gel polish that I use because I do at-home gel manicures. I alternate between gel manicures and regular manicures. So I put the gel polish on one side and the regular polish on the other side so I can see the difference between the two. For the face drawer, this is everything else that relates to my face, I guess, that isn't a skincare product per se, meaning not a lotion or a cleanser. So it's mostly masks. I have sheet masks, eye patches, some regular masks, some makeup remover towels, as well as a tool that you can use for resurfacing your face. I think it's for. I haven't been great about using it, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a time limit, push myself to actually use it, make sure I like it. If I'm still not using it or I don't like it, then that is going to move to the declutter pile as well. This is the only drawer without an organizer, mostly because the products are so big. They are my body products, and I have way too many tanning products and deodorants and hand creams. I only have one body lotion out of all of those items, so no more deodorants, tanning products, or hand lotions for me, since I already have far too many.
You know I can't pretend I'm pretty baby. I know we can't be friends. That's why I took some time to figure out what I really want. It's crazy to even think about.
Now I'm just going to go through my travel bags a little bit and put all of the other containers that I pulled out back in these units under the sink.
But something doesn't feel right. No, I don't know if I want to stay.
So just to pause for a quick moment, you'll see I have this random bag of trash basically under my sink. And that is because I have been keeping track for me and for you guys. I share on Instagram all of the products that I'm able to use up throughout the month. So we're about halfway, a little bit past halfway through this month. And I feel like I've gotten through quite a bit of stuff, and it's kind of satisfying to focus on those items like I've been talking about and figure out exactly what you want to use up and get rid of those things in your collection. But it's also really satisfying to see it all on a month by month basis and then get rid of all this stuff at once and feel like you're decluttering that way as well. And that's one of my favorite ways to do a little bit of decluttering in places like the bathroom or the kitchen or something like that where you're using up products. So here's what I have that I keep under my sink, just a little Ziploc bag. And then I have a few extra large backstock items. I have my body wash that I decant, and that's actually pretty full, so I don't need to refill that right now. I have some Epsom salts, and then my retainer cleaner that I use to clean my retainer every single morning, and this is backup. I have some in my top drawer, which we're gonna get to in just a minute. So I'm gonna put that back, and I think we're basically done with this section. So I'm gonna put that back, and we'll keep moving on. This top drawer is for my toothbrush and toothpaste, deodorant, my makeup wipes, my cotton rounds, Q-tips, daily contacts, and all of the other products I need on a daily basis that aren't on my makeup daily drawer. Next up, I have two different Lazy Susans in the cabinet on top of the countertop. The left side I use for hair products and body products, and the right side is everything related to my face. So I'm reorganizing that and putting a mason jar with some of those tools on the left-hand side. That's new to me. And then going to pull out my makeup brushes because I want to clean those today while we're at it. I'm sure you saw that I had a fair amount of backup makeup brushes. I got as a gift a while back a subscription to a few different beauty boxes where they'd send you boxes on a monthly or quarterly basis. And for some reason, they sent a lot of brushes. So instead of getting rid of those, I am keeping them. I have space for them. So I'm just focusing on one of each brush that I need to do my daily makeup. And then as they get gross and old and dingy, then I will get rid of them and be able to go into my backstock and replace them. But if you treat your brushes well, you really don't need to replace them that often. So if it wasn't for those subscription boxes, I never would have purchased that many makeup brushes. I do my makeup pretty often and wash them regularly, so eventually it is nice to replace them. And one thing I do replace relatively often are my beauty blenders. Those are the little teardrop shaped makeup sponges. I actually had two in use. One I was using for travel and one I was using in my regular everyday makeup drawer. The travel one looked pretty gross to me. I have no idea when I started using that, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And the purple one that I had in my daily makeup drawer, I'm going to wash and keep. Those I probably replace quarterly, like once every 3 months or so, and just make sure to wash them regularly. The other bin that I have that's similar to my hair care bin is for skincare. I had a manual in here, or instructions, I guess I should call it, probably not a manual, for some of the skincare products, and I just flipped through it, discovered I didn't really need it, so I tossed that in the trash and then just kind of rearranged them. I was checking expiration dates and making sure that I liked all of these products as I was reorganizing them. I should mention that these are all mostly full-size products, and then I have some travel-size products all in that little plastic organizer on the right-hand side of the screen. I also had this makeup palette that I used to use when I traveled, and the top broke off, so I think that's going to be the next makeup palette that I focus on using up.
I can't believe my eyes when I get close to you, close to you, close to you. You said hello and I lost my control in just one tiny second. You do to me what I've seen in the movies, but this really happening.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will show you a quick shot of all the products I was able to declutter. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you guys later.